सुब्रह्मण्यं सुब्रह्मण्यं षण्मुखनादा सुब्रह्मण्यं 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 षण्मुखनादा सुब्रह्मण्यं.
Sanath Kumara considered both birth and death as false or delusion. He regarded the existence of the body as 100% delusion. He said, "When the body itself is 100% false, how can death exist for that which is false?" A quote from Sadhguru Sri Nanagaru's speech. Sanath Kumara is considered the Manasaputra, or the mental son of Brahma Deva. He preached self-knowledge. Except for self-knowledge, he required nothing else in the world. He is considered a specialist in preaching self-knowledge. Except for self-knowledge, he cannot be approached for any other worldly knowledge. He did not even tolerate the topic of God. We would be asked to return if we asked him for anything other than self-knowledge. Sanath Kumara implied that self-knowledge alone is true knowledge. All the other knowledge is but a creation of the mind. Sanath Kumara was never afflicted with fear. The reason being he never saw anything separate from himself. He became everything. Fear exists only when there is a separate entity. When he became everything, what else existed for him to fear? He cannot be afraid of himself. Even fear is thought for him. Not that Sanath Kumara did not possess any world, but there was no tendency relating to worldliness within him.
In Chandogya Upanishad, Narada asked Sanath Kumara, "I learned every science. Yet, I possess sorrow. Why is it so?" Sanath Kumara replied, "You learned all the sciences related only to this material world. You did not learn that science by which you will experience your true nature. Your sorrow will vanish only when you realize who you are. Until then, sorrow is inevitable."
Shadananam kumkumaratvaranam Mahamatin divymayuravahanam Rudrasya sunam surasainyanatham Guham sadaham sharanam prapajye. ఈ సుబ్రహ్మణ్య స్వామి ధ్యాన శ్లోకం. సుబ్రహ్మణ్య స్వామి బ్రహ్మణ్యుడు. బ్రహ్మణ్యుడు అంటే బ్రహ్మస్వరూపము తెలిసినవాడు బ్రహ్మణ్యుడు. సుబ్రహ్మణ్యుడు. సు అంటే బాగుగా. బ్రహ్మస్వరూపం ఎలా తెలిసినవాడు? సమగ్రంగా, విలితి లేకుండా ఫుల్గా తెలిసినవాడు. ఎవరు? సుబ్రహ్మణ్యుడు. ఈయన షడాననం అంటే 6 ముఖములు కలవాడు. ఎన్ని ముఖములు కలవాడు? 6 ముఖములు కలవాడు. కుంకుమ రక్తవర్ణం అంటే ఎర్రని శరీరము కలవాడు. ఆయన రంగు ఏమిటి? ఎర్రని శరీరము కలవాడు. మహామతి గొప్ప బుద్ధి గలవాడు. ఈయన మహామతి అంటే గొప్ప బుద్ధి కలవాడు. అంటే ఏమిటి? జ్ఞానము కలవాడు, గొప్ప బుద్ధి కలవాడు. దివ్య మయూర వాహనం. ఈయన వాహనం ఏమిటి? నెమలి వాహనము కలవాడు. గొప్ప ప్రకాశము గల నెమలి వాహనము కలవాడు. మీకు రమణాశ్రమంలో ఎక్కువ నెమళ్లే కనిపిస్తాయి. నెమలి వాహనము కలవాడు. తర్వాత రుద్రస్య సూర్యుడు అంటే ఈశ్వరుని కుమారుడు. ఎవరు కుమారుడు? ఈశ్వరుని కుమారుడు. ఈశ్వరుని కుమారుడు అంటే ఈశ్వరుని యొక్క అవతారమే సుబ్రహ్మణ్యుడు. ఈశ్వరుడే సుబ్రహ్మణ్యుడిగా వచ్చాడు. సుబ్రహ్మణ్యుడి వేరు, ఈశ్వరుడి వేరు కాదు. ఈశ్వరుడే సుబ్రహ్మణ్యుడిగా వచ్చాడు. అరుణాచలేశ్వరుడే ఈశ్వరుడే సుబ్రహ్మణ్యుడిగా అవతరించాడు. తండ్రి కుమారుడు ఒకటే. ఐ అండ్ మై ఫాదర్ ఆర్ వన్ అన్నాడు యేసు. నేను నా తండ్రి ఒక్కటే. ఐ అండ్ మై ఫాదర్ ఆర్ వన్, నేను నా తండ్రి ఒకటే. అయ్యన్ రుద్రస్య సూర్యం, దేవుని కుమారుడు అంటే ఈశ్వరుని యొక్క కుమారుడు. సుర సైన్యాగం అంటే దేవతల యొక్క సైన్యానికి అధిపతి ప్రభువు. దేవతల యొక్క సైన్యానికి ప్రభు అయిన కుమారస్వామిని నేను ఎల్లప్పుడూ గృహం సదాహం శరణం ప్రపంచే, నేను ఎల్లప్పుడూ శరణ వేడుకుంటున్నాను అనేది సుబ్రహ్మణ్య స్వామి యొక్క ధ్యాన శ్లోకం.
There was a demon called Tharakasura who tortured people to a great extent. Tharakasura had a boon that he could be killed only by the son of Shiva and no one else. The gods wanted the son of Shiva to be their commander-in-chief in their war against demons. Hence they approached Lord Shiva. Sanath Kumara was to be brought onto the earth for this purpose. But he had no desires or causes of bondage leading to rebirth on this earth. Sanath Kumara was a great Gyani. Sanath Kumara was an embodiment of complete renunciation. He attained a worldless state having no relation with the world. He was not like the housefly. The houseflies keep switching between sweet and filth. But Sanath Kumara never left the sweet. He never possessed duality. He looked upon everyone as self. Shiva's eyes fell upon such Sanath Kumara. Shiva desired that Sanath Kumara take birth as his son. Though Shiva himself was great, Shiva felt, if Sanath Kumara is born as my son, what else do I need? Sanath Kumara enchanted Shiva. Shiva and Parvati approached Sanath Kumara. Sanath Kumara required neither Shiva nor Vishnu nor Devi nor any other god. He never cared for the gods. Brahman alone existed for him. He always abided within the self. He always swam in the ocean of Brahman. When Shiva or Vishnu come to us, we prostrate to them, wash their feet, and adore them. But Sanath Kumara did not care for any such thing. It is Shiva and Parvati for us but not for Sanath Kumara. Such is his abidance within self that he viewed even Shiva as self, not Shiva. We usually possess desires and try to fulfill them by approaching Shiva or any other god. When there is no creation for Sanath Kumara, how is he concerned about Shiva or Parvati? Therefore, when Shiva and Parvati approached Sanath Kumara, he did not even care about them. Everything is Brahman for him. Even Shiva and Parvati were included in Brahman for him. After a long period, Sanath Kumara opened his eyes to see Shiva and Parvati before him. He sat intact and neither stood up nor honored them. He did not possess the duality to honor them or to dishonor them. It was not due to carelessness. It was because he did not have duality. Shiva felt that if he didn't start the conversation, even Sanath Kumara would remain silent forever. Then Shiva enacted anger and said thus, when the elders come, you need to honor them. You have been very careless and did not even care to stand up and respect us. I will curse you for your behavior. Then Sanath Kumara replied thus, What have I got to do whether you grant me with 100 boons or curse me a 100 times? I have no relation with them. Who will require the boons? Only the one who has desires. Who is afraid of curses? Only the one who has desires. O Mahadeva, I don't require either your boons or your curses. You can curse me as you desire. Then Shiva said, You may not require any boon, but I need one. Sanath Kumara asked Shiva what he desired. Then Shiva said, You should take birth as my son. Then Sanath Kumara said, You are Mahadeva. If you want me to take birth on the earth, I am ready to come, but I don't want to come through a woman's womb. Doing so would degrade my honor. Parvati turned into water in a lake called Sharavana. Then the fire god first accepted the fire of knowledge that emerged from Shiva's third eye. Unable to tolerate its power, the fire god handed it over to river Ganga. When even Ganga could not tolerate it, she left it in the lake of Sharavana, the embodiment of Parvati, where it took the form of Subramanya. Therefore both Shiva and Parvati were satisfied. As Parvati existed there in the form of water and did not have a human form, the Kritikas or the stars caressed Subramanya by giving him milk. He used to drink milk with 6 faces. Since he grew up in the hands of Kritikas, he got the name Karthikeya.
Subramanya was to be brought unto the earth from Kailasa, the abode of Lord Shiva, to kill Tharakasura. Therefore one day, sage Narada brought fruit to Kailasa when Ganapati, the brother of Subramanya and Subramanya, were seated with their parents. Sage Narada must have brought 2 fruits for the 2 children of Shiva, but he got only one so that the children might fight for the sake of the fruit. Whenever sage Narada provokes any fight, it is only for the good of the world and not otherwise. So both Ganapati and Subramanya asked for the fruit. However, as only one fruit existed, Shiva said, The fruit will be given to them whoever circumambulates the earth and returns first. Ganapati had a rat as his mode of conveyance. Where can he go, and how far can he travel on a rat? But Subramanya possessed a peacock as his mode of conveyance. Therefore he climbed his peacock and started going around the earth. Can a rat travel as speed as a peacock? No, Ganapati thought. I have been asked to go around this earth. Even the parents represent the earth. Isn't it true that all the worlds exist within the stomach of Lord Shiva? Thinking thus, Ganapati walked around his parents. Ganapati told his parents, Since all the worlds exist within you, by going around you, I have circumambulated all the worlds. Therefore, the fruit is mine. Lord Shiva, delighted by this reply, handed over the fruit to Ganapati. By the time Subramanya returned after circumambulating the earth, Ganapati had finished eating the fruit. Subramanya was deeply hurt. He came down to earth out of great anger. Then Shiva uttered a sentence that revealed the whole glory of Subramanya. Shiva said, O Subramanya, that fruit vanishes on being consumed. Why do you need such fruit? You are the fruit of wisdom. Why do you need another fruit? But Subramanya said, You enacted completely different from whatever you promised. Saying so, Subramanya came to Palani in a great rage. Subramanya is called Dundayudapani in Palani. He gave up his clothes, wore a loin cloth, declared that he needed nothing in this world, and became an ascetic. Therefore the Lord in Palani is visible with a Dundayuda wearing a loin cloth.
The Skanda Purana states that as Rama incarnated to kill Ravana, as Krishna incarnated to kill Kamsa, Subramanya incarnated to slay down Tharakasura. But the real purpose of the advent of Subramanya is to take us from the state of duality to the state of non-duality. It is the secret. Externally it is for the destruction of the demon Tharakasura. But the inner essence of the incarnation of Subramanya is to bestow the jivas possessing differentiating faculty with non-differentiating faculty, to lead us from the state of duality to the state of non-duality, and to lead us from mortality towards immortality.
Karunamaya Kartikeya Karunamaya Kartikeya Karunamaya Kartikeya Karunamaya Kartikeya Kaivalyadata He Swaminatha Kaivalyadata He Swaminatha Kaivalyadata He Swaminatha Kaivalyadata He Swaminatha Karunamaya Kartikeya Karunamaya Kartikeya Himagiri Nandini Priya Kumara Himagiri Nandini Priya Kumara Himagiri Nandini Priya Kumara Himagiri Nandini Priya Kumara Iha para sukadayi bhavadayahara Iha para sukadayi bhavadayahara Iha para sukadayi bhavadayahara Iha para sukadayi bhavadayahara Sharanagata priya Shanmukhanata Sharanagata priya Shanmukhanata Sharanagata priya Shanmukhanata Sharanagata priya Shanmukhanata Sharanam Sharanam Shambhu Kumara Sharanam Sharanam Shambhu Kumara Sharanam Sharanam Shambhu Kumara Sharanam Sharanam Shambhu Kumara Karunamaya Kartikeya Karunamaya Kartikeya Kaivalyadata He Swaminatha Kaivalyadata He Swaminatha Himagiri Nandini Priya Kumara Himagiri Nandini Priya Kumara Iha para sukadayi bhavadayahara Iha para sukadayi bhavadayahara Sharanagata priya Shanmukhanata Sharanagata priya
Usually, Valmiki narrates the story but does not narrate the fruit of reading it. But when it comes to Subramanya's story, Valmiki said, "Whoever contemplates upon Subramanya, Subramanya fulfills all their desires."
Adi Shankara stated that the Supreme Lord could be worshipped in the following forms: Vishnu, Shiva, Devi or Mother, Ganapati, Subramanya, and Aditya or Sun. Worshipping the Lord in any of these forms yields the same result. People who worship Vishnu are called Vaishnavas. Those who worship Shiva are called Shaivas. Those who worship Devi are called Shaktayas. And who worship Lord Subramanya are called Kaumaras. We have several Puranas. Of the total 18 Puranas, Skanda Purana is the biggest Purana. Usually, people inflicted with Kuja dosha adore Subramanya Swami. Kuja dosha implies getting delayed in marriage or having many disputes between husband and wife. The Skanda Purana states that it is good that such people worship Lord Subramanya every Tuesday. People worship Subramanya on the day of Subramanya Shashti and ask for his grace. The people who cure us of snake bite through mantra completely fast on this day of Subramanya Shashti.
In Tamil Nadu, most people worship Lord Subramanya. As we Andhra people chant Rama, Rama, the Tamilians chant Muruga, Muruga. Muruga Tamil, Muruga Tamil, Tamil Muruga, Tamil Muruga. That is, the word Muruga is synonymous with Tamil. The word Muruga in Tamil is three-lettered, and the word Tamil is also three-lettered in Tamil. Tamil is as ancient as Sanskrit, the divine language. It was Muruga who granted us the Tamil language. Therefore the Tamilians adore their language of Tamil as well as Muruga. Tamil Nadu mainly has 6 pilgrim centers where Subramanya Swami is worshipped. Of the 6 places, Tiruchendur is considered the full manifestation of Subramanya. It is the place where Subramanya slew down Tharakasura. When the purpose of his advent unto earth was fulfilled, Subramanya settled down in Tirutani. Therefore Subramanya in Tirutani is called Shanti Subramanya. However, Subramanya in Tiruchendur represents militant or Naxalite Subramanya for killing Tharakasura in Tiruchendur.